let us unfold the journey of 2 years, experiencing this quantum growth and making that 1 crore in one day happen for us.
In December 2020, two life-changing things happened with me. First, I came across Sid's freedom business model while I was still working as a senior software engineer in Japan in an IT company. And immediately I signed up for silver and gold and began my journey. So I'm a software engineer by profession, so I love exploring different technologies. So I was exploring blockchain technology around that time, and I started to educate people on NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and blockchain technology or cryptocurrencies. And it was doing amazing around that time. I made around 40 lakhs in 8 months in that niche.
So my journey is a transformation from software engineer to European baking chef in less than 6 months. Within 7 days, we together launched European Baking Academy. It's an online platform to help home bakers from all across India to start and grow their baking business. I handled the baking knowledge sharing part while Rohit handled the sales part during the webinar because he had some amazing sales experience previously.
So Varsha, out of nowhere, suggested why don't I educate people on AI? Like so many people want to learn about that. And that was like, wow, that's an exciting idea. Let me try it out. And what did I do? The very next day, literally, Varsha said this to me on Thursday night. The very next day on Friday, I created a landing page. I set up the automations. I launched the FB ads, announced that next forthcoming Sunday is going to be our webinar, ChatGPT and Generative AI webinar.
And this is a very, very special couple. I'm very closely attached to them, heart-to-heart connect. And it's such a joy to know that at the end of this talk, you are going to be heart-to-heart attached to them. Are you ready for that? Yes. Are you ready for that heart-to-heart connection? Yes. So, well, I'm talking about somebody whose core expertise has been software engineering and AI technology skills. They've been in ILH just for 2 years, okay? But they've actually gone ahead and impacted 2 million lives in these 2 years. Come on, give it up nice and loud, nice and loud. And I love the fact that in just these 2 years, they have taken their earning from 0 to 4 crores plus. Go right ahead and give them a big round of applause, everybody. And yes, if you talk about their topmost accomplishment, Sid has already mentioned it. They hit 1 crore plus in one day. 1 crore plus in one day. Huge round of applause. I think for the gentleman here, because who I'm talking about is a powerful manifestation couple, okay? So they manifest everything. They manifested this particular thing last FBR. For him, I think starting off as somebody who had the lowest marks in college to getting the highest package with an international Japanese IT company. He was the only one from college to actually get an international placement. So go right ahead and applaud that. I think that is big for him. Because when people don't have expectations from you and then when you suddenly go and chappar faad ke, that's when it becomes real. That, yeah, you've got the potential, correct? And they have actually built India's highest rated and biggest AI learners community. Come on, give it up nice and loud. I'll tell you, in the past 5 to 6 months, their community is 8,000 L1 strong. Give it up, give it up, give it up. And, when we were talking about fun facts and things like that, initially they said, oops, very hard to tell. And suddenly, the lady luck, so to speak, said something to me backstage, which was like one, wow. She said, Mera pati crorepati. And she said it to me in Marathi. She said, माझा पती करोडपती. And I was so happy to hear that because that's the fun element of these two people. They're super duper powerful, but they have this one superpower which is called hustle, hustle, hustle. Please help me welcome European baking coach Varsha Mote and AI growth coach Rohit Mote.
Okay, please sit down. It said that magic happens when you find a sweet spot between your skills, genuine interest, and the opportunities. When they intersect together, the magic happens.
We both have experienced this magic together in our respective niches. Let us unfold the journey of 2 years, experiencing this quantum growth and making that 1 crore in one day happen for us.
Hi, I'm Rohit Mote, an AI growth coach.
Hi, I'm Varsha Mote, European baking coach and chef.
So, in December 2020, two life-changing things happened with me. First, I came across Sid's freedom business model while I was still working as a senior software engineer in Japan in an IT company. And immediately I signed up for silver and gold and began my journey. And literally within 3 weeks of intensive action and implementation, I launched my first webinar. And it went well. And the second interesting thing that happened is I met Varsha in the same month online and we started dating together, thus beginning our life journey together. And in last 2 years, on and off, I tried 3 different niches. Some worked well, some miserably failed. So the first niche that I tried was I was helping engineering students to get dream IT placements because that's what I had achieved. Like when I was in my college was a tier 2 college. I achieved an international placement straight out of college and I had that knowledge. I was sharing that with engineering students. And in that niche, I made around 15 lakhs in 7 months. It was going well, but it was not interesting for me because I was only sharing what I knew, what I had, the strategies which helped me to get that international placement. I was not learning anything new. It was not exciting for me. So that's why I quit that niche. And then I moved on to something more exciting. So I'm a software engineer by profession, so I love exploring different technologies. So I was exploring blockchain technology around that time, and I started to educate people on NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and blockchain technology or cryptocurrencies. And it was doing amazing around that time. I made around 40 lakhs in 8 months in that niche. But as the months progressed, the overall market crashed for the blockchain and the cryptocurrencies, and so did the interest of the people. And I had to stop working in that niche. And then after that niche was stopped, I moved on to a third niche where I wanted to help IT professionals to become digital coaches. Because that's what I also did. I was a full-time software engineer working in Japan. I quit my job and turned myself into a digital coach. And that I thought people would be interested. But my assumption was wrong. I did 2 webinars, 0 sales. Literally 0 sales. I was shattered. Like all my previous experience in 2 niches, I was amazing at webinar sales. But this webinar, 2 webinars, 0 sales. And I was not happy with what was happening. I started to figure out something new again, which I was truly congruent and inclined towards. Around the same time, we were married, and Varsha also saw what I was doing. And that's how she got interested in doing digital coaching and on the side, while she was working as a software engineer as well. And that's what she launched her own funnel.
So my journey is a transformation from software engineer to European baking chef in less than 6 months. How did it happen so fast? Because of 2 driving forces in my life. The first one, my deep passion for the baking. And second, very important, my strongest support system, Rohit. Thank you, Rohit. While working as a full-time senior software engineer, I finished my offline international baking certification. Within 7 days, we together launched European Baking Academy. It's an online platform to help home bakers from all across India to start and grow their baking business. We worked crazy hard for 7 days and launched our first webinar. We conducted our first webinar together. Thank you. I handled the baking knowledge sharing part while Rohit handled the sales part during the webinar because he had some amazing sales experience previously. We consistently did the webinars after webinar, and fascinatingly, within less than 2 months after launching first webinar, I was able to achieve Hall of Fame award here in the last FBR. So grateful for that. Till today, European Baking Academy has generated revenue of 17 lakhs by helping 450 home bakers and aspiring bakers from all across India to start and scale their home baking business and making some women financially independent. Now, the next phase for European Baking Academy that I planned is launching my L2 and L3 as soon as possible. Thank you.
So, by this time, Varsha's funnel was running well, and I was still figuring out the things, and I was exploring different technologies. I was exploring AI technology very intensely. I was working into AI from last 2-3 years on and off passively, but around that time, I was intensively exploring about AI technology. And one day, out of nowhere, since I told you, right, last experience of 2 webinars, 0 sales, I was shattered. So Varsha, out of nowhere, suggested, why don't I educate people on AI? Like, so many people want to learn about that. And that was like, wow, that's an exciting idea. Let me try it out. And what did I do? The very next day, literally, Varsha said this to me on Thursday night, the very next day on Friday, I created a landing page, I set up the automations, I launched the FB ads, announced that next forthcoming Sunday is going to be our webinar, the ChatGPT and generative AI webinar. At that point of time, I had knowledge about AI, but I did not have any script about the webinar. I did not have any L1 videos recorded. I did not have any PPT created. But still, I took the courage, and I just wanted to test the waters with speed. As Sid says, money loves speed, right? So I just wanted to try it out. And I launched on March 26, 2023, my first webinar on ChatGPT and generative AI, and I launched my L1.
So since Rohit started his webinars into the ChatGPT and AI, there were Saturdays and Sundays at our home, 11 a.m. sharp, we were doing 2 live webinars together at the same time at 2 different corners of our house. It was an amazing, thrilling experience that we had together during those days.
Yes, and that screenshot is actually of one of the webinars.
Yes.
On one of the Sunday, I took that together. So we were crazy hard together in our own niches in last 6 months. And as a result of that, for me particularly in last 6 months, I've been able to onboard 7,500 plus L1 customers, which makes it India's largest community of AI learners. However, the most fulfilling thing for me is an average rating of 4.9 star on Trustpilot given by almost 3,200 plus active and genuine learners. That is the most fulfilling thing for me, apart from the numbers. After this, I launched my L3. And I'm very happy to share, on the launch day, I made 1.25 crores in one single day on the L3 launch. So these are my total revenues from last 6 months. I started this funnel in the month of March. I started initially in the last week of March, I would say. And every month, my strategy has been to massively optimize for volume. When I discussed this thing with Siddharth, Siddharth suggested me 2 things. One is optimize the volume on the front end and deliver the best product and the customer experience, and it will go amazing. So I followed this strategy. I optimized at a price point of 2,999, not too low, not too high. So a person with a genuine interest, it's a no-brainer decision for him to opt for it, right? So that's how I did it, and numbers have been increasing overall. So until August of 2023, all the revenues are from L1 sales. Last month in September, I launched my L3, and I made 1.88 crores last month. It is my highest month ever in my life. So these are the numbers in last 6 months. And L2 is yet to be launched. I'm launching L2 this month. So how did this happen? How did these numbers come up? So there is a method and strategy behind that. There is a method to madness, right? They call it. So there is a method actually. So I'll break that down, entire process, into 3 phases. The first phase was scaling L1 for optimizing volume. The second phase was nurturing L1 in an awesome way. And third, making an L3 launch. So let's break that down. Scaling L1 volume. So as Blair famously says that, bring more butts into the room and you'll get more sales. It's about the numbers, right? The more people you bring into the webinars, if you are consistent with your conversion percentage, the revenue will steadily increase. So what I did, I used a lot of strategy to bring in more people into the webinar. What strategies? Let me break that down for you. It might be helpful for you. So what I do is, whenever someone signs up for my webinar, immediately a personalized message goes to the person with their own name. For example, congratulations, Aditya, your seat is confirmed in the webinar. So the first point of contact with the lead is they feel that, I care for them. It's a personalized thing. Someone has put in efforts to actually build this and send it to me with my name, right? Although I'm using another tool behind the scenes. It's automations and, you need to use AI tools, right? There's a tool called NextView. Maybe you might want to take a note of this. There's a tool called NextView which can help you create these kind of personalized images as well as personalized videos, okay? Not only that, before the webinar, there is a 3-day sequence that I follow which helps bring the attendance rate of webinars. It literally brings in a lot of attendance. So what are the strategy? So 3 days before the webinar, I send out a survey to all the leads, asking them what do they want to learn in the webinar. There are a few question sets, so they reply that they want to learn about this ChatGPT AI tool and all of that. So that's an interest coming from their side. So, and I observed these are the actual people who will actually attend the webinar, and these are the actual people who will buy your L1s as well. There is a high probability because they're very interested. The interest is coming from themselves, right? Then 2 days before the webinar, I send out an exciting quiz where I ask them to test out their knowledge about AI tools and ChatGPT. And most of the people score less on that. So when they get the realization, okay, I do not know much about AI and other things, it's a natural thing for them to attend the webinar and learn more about it, right? So that naturally they are inclined towards attending the webinars. And just 1 day before the webinar, I send out an ebook which contains the brief about what we are going to discuss in the webinar. That creates even more excitement for them to attend it, right? So every 3 days before the webinar, very powerful hooks that increases the overall attendance rate of the webinar, bringing more butts into the room, right? And then, once they are in the webinar, I give them a demos of a lot of AI tools, which creates a lot of wow moments for them, which keeps them engaged until the end, and not only engaged, they get to learn, they get to implement, and they get to see the results immediately during the webinar if they are, doing the things along with me. For example, for your information, I'm going to be sharing some AI tools, so you might want to take a note of that, which you can use for yourself. So the first tool, there are many tools I share, but I'll share few here. Do you know you can create PPTs in literally minutes using AI tools? How much time do you think you need to create a PPT? Maybe half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, or maybe beyond that. There are AI tools which can help you do that literally in minutes. I show people that this is possible, and that opens up their minds. It's mind-blowing for them, and they get to see the wow. It's amazing. Another tool, many of us, everybody almost is running their coaching businesses, right? So we get a lot of email queries from the customers, and we need to reply to a lot of emails. What if you can allot an AI tool for that, for replying to email queries? It literally replies the 2 emails within seconds. The name of the tool is ChatGPT Writer. You can check out this tool. And all these tools are freemium-based models, so you can try it out for free.
Let me tell you all, this PPT is not made with Gamma. We have sat together and manually made this PPT.
True. Yes. Another tool that I share is, building a website in 30 seconds. Literally, a website can be built in 30 seconds. Beyond imagination, right? That is the power of AI. That is the magic of AI. So there is a tool called durable.co, which you can use for creating such websites. And along with that, I would like to share one more tool. You might be watching a lot of YouTube videos. Like if you want to watch a lengthy video, it takes a lot of time, and maybe some of the content is not that relevant. So just as you can see on the screen, right side of that photo is the summary of that YouTube video, a longer video. So with the power of this AI tool called Merlin, you can get the summary of those videos and optimize your learning. So the point is, when I share these kind of tools, people can use it right there and there itself. Within the webinar, they find it amazing, they get the results, and they feel, wow, this is amazing. And this is just the preview of what's to come in my L1. So they sign up for it. Okay, I just want to explore and experience this wow even more, right? So that's how I am able to bring in a lot of people. And after every webinar, let me tell you, me and my team sit together to analyze our numbers, every aspect of our webinar. So there are some key factors which we analyze. There are multiple factors, but these are some key factors which we analyze, like number of people who attended, what is the how many people were there until the end of pitch, how many people, what is the ROS, what is the CPA, what is the conversion percentage. With the strategies which I have explained, my attendance rate is anywhere between 30 to 45% for the webinars. And conversion rate is anywhere between 15 to 23%. With the strategies that have been explained. Because a lot of nurturing happens before the webinar, they create a lot of wow moments, and that's how the numbers are speaking for themselves. Once the people are into my L1, I nurture them very well. So in last ABR, one of our quantum community member, Mitesh Khatriji, shared that, nurture your L1 as your L3, and they will convert into your L3. I took that advice. And immediately after that ABR, I had this funnel running. I started a new initiative within my community with the intention of providing massive value to my community. How was I able to do that? I started a new initiative in my community, which is daily 15 minutes community learning sessions at 9 p.m. Every day, my community members would get to learn something new for 15 minutes, short bite-sized learning. And every day has a different theme. Motivation Monday, Technology Tuesday, Wealthy Wednesday, AI Tools Thursday, Follow Friday. Every day the content is new and fresh. So my community loves me for that. It's so exciting for them to keep learning every day something new. And because of this, the community nurturing happens at altogether different level.
And when he means every day, he literally means every day. On our second marriage anniversary, he first conducted his 9 p.m. session and then we went on a dinner date.
Yes, that's true. I had to, manage it. Apart from that, I'm super obsessed with providing the best value and the best customer experience to my L1 and every customer, every community. I don't differentiate between an L1 customer or L2 customer or L3 customer. Every customer is unique for me. How do I do that? I have set up a team for specifically our email support, WhatsApp support, call support. And every day for 15 minutes at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., our teams gather together to discuss what queries people are asking and how many queries did we receive in form of email, WhatsApp, and calls, and how many went answered, how many we could not answer. So the goal is, at the end of the day, when we have a 6 p.m. call, there should not be a single email query or a WhatsApp query or a call query that should be left unreplied. That is the goal. So every day at 10 a.m., we decide the target for today, and at 6 p.m., we again meet for a quick 15-minute call to report what's working and what's not working, what queries people are asking. And once people are nurtured very well, I did my L3 launch because people were nurtured, my community was nurtured very well. I am a data-driven person. I strategize everything based on data. I launched L3 with the data-driven approach. How did I launch L3? I did not decide what to give in L3. Surprisingly, my community gave me the curriculum for L3. How? I asked community for feedback on a consistent basis. I continuously did a lot of surveys, polls, and a lot of subconscious reading for people. There is something more to come. So I asked questions like, are you happy with our L1? If you're happy, fantastic. What did you love? If you're not happy, amazing. Tell us what we can improve. So we consistently kept on iterating on our L1. And at the same time, I got some inputs of what we can give in our L3 and L2s. So based on that, I did a lot of surveys. And I did a lot of survey analysis of our community members. How many are working professionals? How many are housewives? How many are students? How many are business people? Based on that, it was easy for me to figure out what I want to give in L3. I cannot make everyone happy, right? But if I can make majority of the people happy, my sales will skyrocket, right? So I did a lot of analysis. I asked them, what are your professional problems? All those things. Based on that, I designed the curriculum. I had some idea, but community gave me, okay, I have this problem, I want solutions for this. And I just added a layer of AI to that, how AI can help you solve those professional and personal problems. With this data-driven approach, I was able to do an L3. I did a mega L3 launch. I did not follow the approach of a diamond showcase, which we usually do. I followed an approach of a 3 days boot camp. What was 3 days boot camp? Basically, every day I gave some amazing content. Every day had some theme. I gave content for 2 days and launched the L3 on the 3rd day. And you know what? This boot camp was kind of a preview for L3. So I wanted people to know what is there in the L3. So some content from L3 I took and presented into the boot camp. So people got the test. Oh, this L3 looks like this. The content is this way. So that was a very powerful hook for people to bring people into L3. Apart from that, I gave a lot of big prizes. So I distributed prizes worth almost 1 lakh rupees for the 3 days boot camp. My community is about AI, and everybody loves ChatGPT. And ChatGPT subscription is not easy. It's like $20, and everybody wants to get that. So I gave away ChatGPT. So the thing that people love, I gave away that to few lucky winners, right? So $20 subscriptions, but that created so much buzz and excitement for people. I told only the people who attend all the 3 days are eligible for the lucky draw and the subscriptions. So a lot of people attended because they wanted free subscriptions of the AI tools. So I distributed a lot of things. And not only that, I used very innovative strategies to create the buzz amongst the audience. How? I invited Elon Musk and Bill Gates for the 3 days boot camp. You might be wondering how, right? Say it for yourself. So these are AI generated images. So I'm going to be telling you the tool which can help you do that. But for everything, I told you, right, I'm super obsessed with creating wow moments at every customer interaction that I have. Within, maybe it is for webinar or it is for anything. So these are the images which I actually created using the AI tools. And when these kind of images go, it's like breaking the pattern, right? People are used to seeing the Canva images, 3 days left and 1 day left and 60 minutes left. So this is like breaking the pattern. Elon Musk is inviting 1 hour left. Who wouldn't be interested, right? Who wouldn't be interested, right? So this way, I did a lot of innovative strategies. So the tools that you can use for yourself to generate this kind of images are these two. So Lexika.art is an AI image generation tool using which you can literally create any image possible. Whatever you can imagine, just give a text prompt and it will generate the image for you. And the image which you saw about Elon Musk and Bill Gates was generated using a tool called ideogram.ai. It's a free tool, complete 100% tool as of now. You can generate any imaginable images for your funnels using these tools. So you might want to try that out. And in fact, Varsha has used these tools for her own funnel.
So even for my community, I have taught like 50, 60-year-old ladies how to use these AI tools and also ChatGPT to create their own recipe and using these tools to create a visualized images of those recipes. So it has helped a lot for me also.
Apart from that, there are some offer hacks I used. Some of them I'll be sharing here. So what I observed is, like I gave a one-on-one session as a bonus for anyone who made a full-time payment on the spot for my L3 program. This was just an experiment I wanted to do. And you know what? When I observed the data, almost 60% of the people who enrolled for L3 on the launch day enrolled made using the full payment. And I did a survey again. Why did you enroll? Why did you make the full payment? Majority of them enrolled because they wanted to have a one-on-one with me. So that one-on-one was such an important factor for making people to pay full amount. I did not expect this. It was an experiment, but that worked amazing. And the second hack I used is, basically I was reluctant to use this second thing. I tied up with Bajaj Finance for the no-cost EMIs. But since pushed me that go for it, and I'm glad that I went for it. 40% of my L3 sales, which happened on the launch day, came because of no-cost EMIs. If I did not have a financing partner, I would have lost that money, right? Because all the people do not have or do not want to invest one-time payment, right? So that was the trick I used, and almost 40% L3 conversions got because of no-cost EMIs. Maybe if you're not doing that, you're leaving a lot of money on the table for L2 and L3. So partner with financing partners, and that is good for your community and for you as well as a business, right? And the third thing, which I call ROS, it's my own invented term. I call it return on sales salary. It's not like Facebook ads ROS, it's return on sales salary. Specifically for the L3 launch, I had hired a special team for telecalling. I gave them the salary of around 75K, and that team brought in sales of almost 15 lakh rupees last month by investing 75,000 salaries. Obviously, I gave them other perks to them, but that brought a return on sales salary. I invested 75,000, got in 15 lakhs in return. So that's a ROS of 20. Isn't that amazing? So if you do not have a dedicated sales team, I would highly encourage you to have one and bring up your ROS. Right now it's 0 for many of you, right? So bring that ROS up. And lastly, I want to part ways with 2 key takeaways that I want you to walk with. Create as many wow experiences for your community by delivering massive value and doing a lot of wow experience in whatever way you can in your own niche. Because there are 2 benefits. Community will love you for that. And at the same time, if you want to give wow experiences to your community, you need to keep upgrading and upskilling yourself so that you can give those wow experiences, right? So I'm on toes, literally every day I'm on my toes to deliver what? Every day at 9 p.m., what should I give new? But that helps me, that challenge, I love it because I get to learn every day because of that thing. So create wow experiences for your community. And second, analyze the data. Initially I was not doing that, but once I started analyzing the numbers, that gave me a lot of insights on where I can improve, where I can scale down, and where I can actually, how can I stabilize my funnels and all the things. All that decisions I take, majority of them are data-driven decisions. I analyze almost every aspect of my funnel with data, and that will help you also to scale your funnels. And with the conclusion, we would like to say, love numbers and numbers will love you back.
Thank you.
Let's get up for Rohit and Varsha Mose! snap together. Keep the applauses going. Let's take a snap together. Yes. Awesome. All of you, both of you stand here. I've had multiple, please take a seat. Please take a seat now. What I like about this journey is whenever I used to catch up with Rohit, in a one-to-one, he is so well prepared. He knows exactly what question to ask me. He has all of his pointers. Our one-to-ones would be like how many, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, like we just used to get the yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. It's because of that level of detailing that the results that he's got over here. First, so let's give a round of applause for this amazing strategy that you put together. Yeah.
And one more thing I would like to say, last ABR, basically October ABR, I was sitting, actually I was a Hall of Fame by that time, but I was sitting somewhere there like a depressed person, like I used to see this, what's happening, like it was mind-blowing for me. And that time many people were clicking selfies with Siddharth, and I did not have courage to go and speak with Siddharth. Like I thought, okay, let me do something and then take up a selfie. And these numbers are amazing, something has happened, but I was 2 days before we were at Futureverse, and Sids gave me a hug. And I got so happy after that. Like that is a true fulfillment because going from that, like I was not really sure what to do in the October FBR. And the last FBR which happened in April, I had just initially started like 2 webinars of ChatGPT and AI. And it feels amazing, all because of Siddharth's guidance and the quantum energy that we have in our funnels.
Thank you so much. And one more thing I would like to mention is his success is because of her.
Yes.
Let's give it to her because she came up with the idea. Amazing. So once again, a round of applause to the amazing couple. Let's give it up for them. Thank you so much, Rohit and Varsha. All the best. Yeah.